I'm back. Was out of commission for quite a while. COVID, this new crazy bug that's been going around. RSV, RSP, RS, jack me off, whatever. Crazy few weeks here. I did get some best bets for you up on our Facebook page. Pardon me, my voice is still a little scratchy from a couple rough weeks here, but I had our Facebook, up as much as possible. So definitely go over to check out Bleacher Sportz on Facebook. Hit subscribe, hit like, do all the things you need to do to check out my picks every single day of the year, unless I'm deathly ill like I was the last few weeks. But it is what it is, and we are back. Videos will be coming in daily, and let's make some more money. NBA tonight, unfortunately, we've only got one game, and it's here in the D. Dallas is in town, and you got, two teams going in two different directions here. Pistons, they're young, they're up and coming. They'll do fine. Whether it's a coaching thing or if it's just the guys just need to gel better with their new teammates. It's looking like the Pistons are going to probably get another high draft pick, maybe a lottery pick. We'll see. But tonight, Luka's in town, and I don't think it's looking really good. Just too much going right on one side, too much going wrong on the other side. But starting with the Pistons, they have lost 10 of their last 12 games, and they have lost 4 straight at home, which is never good. Home games, you've got to win. Whether you're an underdog, favorite, doesn't matter. You got to win those home games. They're not very good offensively, and they have played worse in their last 3 games, scoring less than 105 points per game, which would drop them to about 26th in the NBA for points per game. Now, as for their defense, they're allowing a crazy 118 points per game, which is just about dead last. Thank you, San Antonio, for being a little better than Detroit in that category. I think for Detroit, I think what's really been killing themselves is how well they have stunk up the charity stripe. In their last 3 games alone, they're making less than 70% of their free throws. Those misses have cost them games and even cost them to cover in some of their spreads. Now, the rebounding has also dropped off during the stretch. They've been extremely careless with the ball, which puts them at the bottom of the league when it comes to both offensive, defensive rebounding stats. Now, as for Dallas, they're in the top half of the league when it comes to all rebounding stats. Dallas themselves are holding opponents under 107 points per game, which would just be just about right for this game for the Pistons. Pistons, last few games have only gotten up to 105 points. So Dallas should have no problem keeping them in that 105-point range. We know also getting the ball stolen will be a huge problem against the Mavs, where they sit 4th in the NBA for steals, and Detroit sits at top for getting the ball stolen. Dallas averages more than 8 steals per game, which we know will eventually lead to points for them. Now, the Mavs themselves have also struggled in recent games, but unlike Detroit, they have been playing much better on the offensive side of the ball, scoring around 114 points per game. Unfortunately for the Pistons, they have one of the worst defenses in the league, and they are just as bad at home, where they are giving up more than 115 points per game. And they're going to have definitely a hard time stopping Luka in Dallas because they are in the top half of the league in scoring points. Now, some trends to consider with these two teams. The Pistons, 4-1-2 against the spread in their last 7 games, playing on a one-day rest. And they have an impressive 4-1-1 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. Now, the Mavs, surprisingly, are 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 road games, and 7-18-1 against the spread in their last 26 games overall. Now, the Mavs are also 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 meetings in Detroit, and 5-1-1 against the spread in the last 7 meetings overall. So taking Dallas minus 6.5, which was the number about an hour ago, I have seen it up around 7, and I have seen it as high as 7.5. So you're going to want to shop that around. But for the side, you're going to definitely want to take Dallas, even though they're on the road, even though winning their last game against the Warriors was kind of their breakout game of their 4-game losing streak. But they're playing Detroit. This should not be a problem to cover that. It's going to probably be a double-digit loss for Detroit once again. Now, if the total is what you're considering, the over is 5-2 in the Mavericks' last 7 road games. And for Detroit, the over is 8-3-1 in their last 12 home games overall. Now, as I said before, I think with Dallas getting out of their funk on Tuesday, they had that big win over the Warriors, which we've seen Golden State have really been turning it up lately. They're kind of showing the Warriors of the past few years where, they start off slow and, man, watch out, here they come. I think, honestly, there's no reason they can't build on that win. They're playing Detroit, one of the worst teams in the league. As I said, they should win by 10 to 12 points. But this is definitely an over. The number right now is 222. We know the Pistons aren't winning. They're not covering numbers. They're losing at home by an average of almost 8 points per game. Overall, in the underdog role, the Pistons lose by an average of 9.2 points per game. And that's why, we're going to lay the 6.5 to 7.5 points. Take it all the way up to 8, and take, we're gonna go over the 222. Now, living in Detroit, watching these young players trying to grasp the NBA is going to take time. Eventually, they will get better. They will be able to cover spreads, even win games when they're not supposed to. But tonight, obviously, Luka in Dallas is the pick. Over 222, I guess, if you're interested. I have the side as the better of the two plays. But you can't deny the over and under trends that are going on. So we are going – let's see. We've got Cade Cunningham. He's out for a while with a stress fracture in his shin. Jaden Ivey, his knee is questionable for himself, so he's going to be on limited time. We know those are 2 of their bigger scorers, but their bench is going to step up. And if this little trend of Dallas being on the road with their points given up, the trend of 113 points per game is – something Detroit can jump on, that will help the over 222. I have, after I did all the numbers, I have 228 to 230 points scored in this game. So the over 222, Dallas minus the points is your pick for today in this lonely old Dallas-Detroit NBA game tonight. If you go to my Facebook page, I have player props also there for you to check out. They are 3 of the best that I believe are in this game tonight. So check out Bleacher Sportz. on Facebook. Go to the page, hit like, hit notification. It will let you know when I've got videos posted and any new information that Bleacher Bum Sports has to offer. So that is your only NBA play of the day. Be sure to check out my NHL video that I will have up in the next few minutes. Good luck, and let's win some money tonight. See you tomorrow.